evening, ladies and gentlemen. Last summer, I was sitting here in town minding my own business, while in upstate New York, a man was just about to be killed. He was the piano player in a gambling joint called the Springs.
Wonderful, so they tell me. I can't recall who said it. I know I never read it. I only know they tell me that love is grand, and the thing that's known as romance is wonderful, wonderful in every way. So they say. Want to come for a walk now, Bob?
Can't, kid. Got a date with the wheel.
Please, honey, you promised.
I know what I'm doing, Janie.
Boss wants to see you.
That means you, honey. The wolf's on the prowl again.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
You too, wise guy.
Why, Leo, what could Mr. Artell possibly want with me?
"21, red. Make your bets, please. Make your bets.
I just told him. Hey, why do you want to get mixed up with a dame like that, boss?
Now, who's taking care of who, huh? I sent for you, Janie. I don't usually pay no attention to the entertainment, but just now that was great singing.
Thank you, Mr. Artell.
No. I told you to call me Phil. You work for me 3 weeks now. We're friends, Janie. Later you have some supper with me, okay?
Well,
Now you, Dawson, come here. What's the matter with you? You grease your fingers before the act?
No, Mr.
The
Artell.
first week you play good. Now you trip all over the keys. Louse her up, a nice girl like
no, he
that.
doesn't, Mr. Phil. He's fine.
I got a good ear. The next time you insult it, we get a new piano player, understand? Now beat it. Jenny, meet me 2 a.m. in the club. Ask for my table.
All right.
Nice girl. A real nice girl.
If you go for that kind of dame.
That's no dame, Leo. She's a sweet kid. Nervous. You gotta handle her easy.
Big man like you. What do you want with that? That kind makes trouble, boss. I don't want you troubled.
You're a good boy, Leo. In matters of business, you're smart. You learn fast. Stick to business.
Well, I just want things nice for you, boss, that's all.
Ah, sure. Sure. You know, I think maybe we get a new piano player.
Why don't you go home now, Janie? This guy Artell doesn't give out free dinners for nothing.
I've got to keep him from firing you.
What does it matter? In 1 week, the season will be over and we'll be in the clear.
But you've lost so much money gambling.
I tell you, it doesn't matter. I've got an angle. I'm going to make a killing tonight.
Oh, Bob, that wheel doesn't fit for you.
I tell you, I've got an angle. I can't tell you about it, honey, but it's big stuff.
Well, save enough for our car fare in case I can't get Artell to keep you on next week.
And you won't have to worry about Artell. I'm going to make a lot of money, understand? And I won't have to play any pianos to do it.
Oh, Bob.
And that was the last time you saw him alive. Did you keep your dinner date with Artell?
No. On my way back to the Springs, I found Bob lying there, right near where I left him.
Well, what makes you think it wasn't suicide?
The police said it was. But Mr. Queen, he didn't act like a man who was going to kill himself.
What about gambling losses, Miss Carr?
I don't think he ever got back to the table. He still had all his money. And I found this in his hand.
He was holding it tight. I thought maybe it meant something.
$10 bill. Why, the ink doesn't rub off. On a real one, it will. This is a counterfeit.
Counterfeit? Are you sure?
You can't miss it.
Well, counterfeiting's a little out of my line. You ever seen one before, Miss Carr?
Never.
Well, have you heard anything about phony money circulating at the springs or around in the town?
No.
Well, why would a man about to commit suicide have a counterfeit bill in his hand?
That's what I wondered about. Bob said he had an angle. I thought maybe it meant something. Tell me, Mr. Queen, does it really mean something? Does it mean Bob was murdered?
Well, it might, but where's the motive?
Are you interested in finding out?
Yeah, I'm very interested, Miss Carr.
Then why don't you come up to the springs with me?
Well, if they recognize you, tip them off.
Well, they wouldn't have to recognize me.
Do you play the piano, Mr. Queen?
My dad doesn't think so.
Well, I came to New York to find a new accompanist.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Ellery, it's ridiculous.
Say, I could be Eddie Quackenbush or Eddie Quinto. Dad, can you get me a card in the Musicians Union under the name of Eddie Quinto?
Yeah, but...
Oh, yes, and get in touch with the Treasury Department. Will you find out if there's any phony money circulating at the springs? I'll be right with you, Miss Carr.
Don't worry about me, I'll get along. Forget about me, be happy, my love. Let's say that our little show is over, and so the story ends. Why not call it a day the sensible way and still be friends? Look out for yourself, should be the rule. Give your heart and your love to whomever you love. Don't be a fool. Darling, why should you cling to some fading thing that used to be? If you can forget, don't worry about me.
Sorry, Janine, did I trip you up?
No, you were wonderful.
Well, I'll be better our next show. Janine, what game did Bob play?
Roulette.
Well, that's where we begin. Hi, Longy.
Quinto, the boss wants to see you.
Hey, folks, lay your bets down here. Red or black? You sent for me?
Yes. With a little practice, you'll be okay, Quinto. Just stick with Janie, don't louse it up, and we get along.
Place your bets, please.
So you get a kick out of gambling?
Well, I like the wheel.
Okay. Just so long as you keep your hands off the money. Leo, spit on the wheel. Give Quinto a break.
Hey, Lonky, take over the wheel, will you? I'll take the cash box. Why don't you try the crap table?
No, the wheel's my game.
Oh, it runs with piano players, right, Leo?
14 red. What'll it be, sucker?
Well,
Place your bets, please.
I guess I'll blow the bankroll.
Real brave, aren't you?
Thanks, pal.
No more bets.
$24 black. $32 red.
Well, Got 3 more to go.
Try 7. I've got a hunch.
7.
Yeah.
7.
No more bets?
Come on, 7. Come on, 7.
7 red.
Eddie, you won.
Well, I guess I collect.
The house is sleeping, Leo? Come on, Jenny, I'll buy you a drink.
Don't let this go to your head.
Oh, don't worry. I never press my luck. I'll cash in right now. May I have it in cash? You'll never get rich on me.
Who wants to get rich? I'm in this for laughs.
Here it is. They slipped you a phony, Ellery. And another one was found in town. That makes 3, and they're all 10s. Look familiar, Scott?
Not to me.
I can check. Does mine match the others?
They're all off the same plate. Artell probably bought the stuff from the syndicate. Ordinarily, they wouldn't have been spotted for a couple of days.
How long does it usually take you Treasury men to button up a case like this?
Sometimes a few days, sometimes a few weeks.
In other words, if Artell waited until this last week of the season to shove the queer, in all probability, he would have left town without being caught.
His odds would certainly be better.
Now, wait a minute. Why are we so sure this stuff is coming from Artell? Huh?
Well, Dad, it all ties in, don't you see? There's Dawson's counterfeit bill. Well, he could have been part of this.
Yeah, of course. He might have been murdered for trying to muscle in.
Dad,
Yeah?
Artell probably feels pretty safe right now. I'd like to know about his house money.
Well, from what we found today, it's probably pretty well padded. What do you want us to do? Raise the springs and check his safe for counterfeit?
That's it, exactly.
Well, we'll have to move fast. I'll get an order from the sheriff.
Now, but don't tell him why. Use any other excuse. We don't want to warn them.
Uh-huh. Well, how about inventing a bank robbery and telling Artell we're checking all the clubs for serial numbers?
Good. Artell can't take that person.
Well, but you be careful how you leave here, son.
Oh, I will, Dad. Don't worry. I'll be waiting for you in the back path. Just let me know when you catch Artell with the goods. I'd like to be there for the arrest.
I got nothing to hide. Anybody can come in anytime. Look any place. I operate legit.
Of course you do. We're just making a routine check of all the clubs in town. The bank reported one of the bills from the stolen money, and we want to see if it's circulating.
Oh, sure. Maybe you'll find some of the house money, huh? Maybe you think I heist the bank.
No, we don't figure that's in your line, Artell.
I thank you, Inspector. From you, that's a good word. Maybe you can give me a reference to the commissioner.
Well, that's it.
Find any bad numbers?
No stolen serial numbers.
The money is clean?
Sure, the money is clean. I could have saved you the trouble. Why, you want a bank heister to pass hot stuff at the springs? What's the matter with the T-men? You got bats? A heister digs in till the heat's off. Anyway, that's what people tell me. I don't know nothing about these things.
I can hardly believe it. I never figured that house money to be clean. We're right back where we started.
Now, why don't you break down, son, and admit that you're way off the beam?
Well, there's counterfeit money being circulated in this town, right?
Right, but it might be coming from any other direction.
That's the funniest thing. You know.
Well, Scott said there aren't any known passers in this town. Yet Dawson was found with a counterfeit bill in his hand, and I got one last night.
Well, what does that prove?
This is the place, Dad. I know it. And I've got another angle. My counterfeit bill came off their table last night. Yet now you say there are none in the safe. Now, maybe something happens to that money as it travels between the safe to the table.
What are you going to do? Follow it?
Yes, that's right. I'm going to tail every guy in the place who handles that cash box.
You be careful, son.
Don't worry, Dad. But if you haven't heard from me by 9 o'clock tonight, raid the place.
Right.
Look, Jenny, you're a good girl. I tried to make things nice for you. I trust you like I trust Leo, and Leo's like my son. Nothing's too good for him, right? Jenny, where do you get that quinto?
I told you, from the union.
You think I'm a baby? I believe a lie? That Quinto talks like friends with the New York cop and the T-man. And you say he came from the union.
Yes, he did.
What are you up to?
Nothing.
You tell me, is Quinto a cop?
He's a piano player.
I don't like to hurt you, Janie. You gotta lie like that. Leo says you make trouble for me. You don't want Leo to be right. I give you one more chance, Janie. I'm Phil Artel. What they want, Janie? What they looking for?
I don't know.
Longy! You sure you don't hear what they say? The cop and Quinto? Stupid. Find me Quinto. Bring him here. And don't hurt him much. I got things to discuss with him, you get me? Jenny.
Boss isn't gonna like that, Leo. Spare the rod, Leo. I'm your pal.
Sure, Eddie. Come on in. I just didn't know we were such good pals that you'd follow me around when I wasn't looking.
Oh, like your shadow, Leo. That's me. The first time I saw you, I said to myself, here's a guy who knows how to make a fast buck. Stick close to him, Eddie, I said to myself. Hey. Pretty slick.
That's house money.
Oh, you're a lot smarter than I am, Leo, but I got eyes. I can see. Uncle Sam never made this one.
What are you talking about? Give me that stomach and beat it.
Well, I'll have to go upstairs and tell Phil. I'll have to tell him how his good, clean house money goes into your pocket to replace the counterfeit. Artel's going to be a very unhappy man, Leo. Leo's like my son, he always says. Now, you don't want to make Artel unhappy, do you? Why not just keep this a little secret between the two of us?
What do you want?
Cut me in.
What's the guarantee?
I don't tell. If you need help, I help.
Okay. I cut you in. Go ahead, count the money.
Oh, for a smart guy, you're awful easy. Why?
I figured we could work together. Go ahead and count it. I trust you, partner.
All right, Quinto, you're through. Good work, Leo. I'm glad you knew this guy's a stool pigeon. We searched the whole joint for him, but they never did find this place, even during Prohibition. All right, smart guy.
I'm glad you're here, Artel.
Shut up.
I want to talk to you.
I'm talking. I was raided by a T-man. Longy saw you talking to a New York cop. What's your pitch?
I'm Ellery Queen, and a New York cop was my father.
It's true. I brought him here to find Bob Dawson's murderer.
Murder? Why, he killed himself, didn't he?
He was murdered when he found out what I just found out. Counterfeit tens, Artel, hidden in his flat machine, going through your roulette table to pay off the suckers.
Are you crazy?
He's trying to hold you for a payoff, Phil.
I thought you were the mastermind, Artel. Your little friend here has been double-crossing you.
My friend?
Look in his pockets, Artel. I've got an idea you'll find $1 grand in good, clean house money to replace the counterfeit there in that cash box.
You lie, you
Look at his pockets, Artel. He's been passing $1 grand a night. Making a quick killing and then out of town, leaving you to hold the bag.
Empty your pockets, Leo. Leave him. Stand outside. Like my own son, I trust you, Leo. Why you do this, Leo? Make a fool of Artel. My friends, they laugh. Big shot. Only Artel can pick him in. You know good. Jenny, get next to him. You're tough luck, both of you.
They're looking for us, Artel.
They won't find you. Longy! Tie them up and come upstairs. They must find Leo.
Suppose you tell Scott about it, Artel. Maybe you can convince him.
I tell you, Quinto walked out this afternoon, headed for New York. I feel bad. He was a good piano player. Well, go ahead and look, gentlemen. The place is yours from top to bottom. I'm just trying to save you trouble. I got nothing to hide.
I don't believe it. Ellery would have told us.
That's it, Inspector. You seen the whole layout. I got nothing up my sleeve, not even Ellery Quinto.
Well, I guess you're right. He just isn't here.
I've been telling you. He left for New York. Well, that's the way up, Inspector.
Okay. Oh, by the way, in case he didn't leave for New York, he'll be around for... Get over there, both of you. Get over. Scott,
Give me a roll.
take care of these goods. Ellery. Ellery. How do you open this thing? Ellery. Well, son, for the first time in your life, you can't get a word in edgewise.